What it do, YouTube? What it do, TikTok fam? It's your boy Twinsky, back at it again with another banger. If you know, now you know. Follow me on Twinsky on all platforms. How to find your soul purpose. Most people are not acknowledging their souls. Whether you know it or not, your soul is on a journey. Your soul is on a path. Most people aren't acknowledging or observing that to be so. But the first thing you need to do to find your soul purpose, the first thing you need to do in order to redirect and get back on your path is to realize you're a soul having a human experience. This is a learning ground. This is a learning sandbox. And yes, it has free will and all possibilities, but we didn't come here to play. Playing is something that we do now and then because we're supposed to experience blessings and lessons. But when it's time to find your soul purpose, a person who doesn't find it lacks discipline, lacks perseverance, lacks the things that it takes in order to overcome the lessons, and they're more comfortable, more lustful, more in their pleasures, right? Because now you need to distract yourself. You need to now enjoy. How to find your soul purpose is to disconnect from the pleasures. That's the first thing. The second thing is to acknowledge you're having a soul experience on a human level. Now, I know I said a lot in those little minutes, but the first thing is to disconnect from all pleasures, whether that be whatever you know that you're doing. Now, the next thing would be to acknowledge that your soul is having an experience on a human level. That means you are the bridge connecting the spiritual and the physical. You are the bridge, and you're breathing the air that's letting you be the bridge. Okay, let's talk about it. Because air is not really air. Air is a connection to spirit, from spirit to physical. Without air, what happens to you? You lose consciousness. Pay attention. Now, with these things, we are becoming heightened in our abilities. Right now is a perfect time to focus on stuff like this. This is why I'm making a video like this. Right now, we're in a very action-driven moment. We're in an action-driven world, right? As of right now, like, people are more action-driven at this time. With that being said, how to find your soul purpose in a time like this would be perfect. It'd be perfect because we know that we need to find our soul purpose in this lifetime at some point. At some point. So listen closely. Now that you've detached yourself from pleasure, now that you acknowledge that you're having a soul experience on a human level, your next step is now to reflect and see what it is that you need to do in order to service people, to help people in all situations. Did you know that every act that you think is selfish may still be helping somebody? People that chase their dreams, they're doing it for a soul-driven path, but instead it makes people happy when they see it. It makes people excited. It helps people change their mindset. It puts people in a different mood. That is because your soul purpose is to help people in whichever way that is. When I see art and people are creating their art makes you think. Their art makes you see things from a different perspective, and their art opens your eye and it brings you into a more creative space. That is because everything that we do with our souls are helping somebody else. That's when you know you're in your soul purpose. When you're making aimlessly, shamelessly, selfish decisions, and I say that aimlessly, shameless, selfish decisions. I know I said shamelessly, but selfish decisions, it puts you in a bad position because you're usually overindulging in things you should have never found yourself overindulging in. So you find yourself far astray from where it is that your soul purpose is, because your soul purpose is going to lead you to that type of energy. Whether you like it or not, people who have reached the highest level in whatever they do are helping people at some point. Whether you don't like them or you do like them, they're helping people. You know why? Because not only that, once you get on your journey, you have to have discipline, you have to have perseverance, and you have to have the courage to be disliked. You have to have the courage to be disliked. If you don't have the courage to be disliked, you'll find yourself in a disposition. All I'm saying to y'all is this is how you find your soul purpose. Your soul purpose is driven by your perspective on all that comes with it. You just need to become aware. And after you become aware with the things I've talked about in this video, you then will find your true purpose. It won't be easy. You'll have to try and try and try and try. But when you find it, Shoot for the stars. I love y'all. Live, laugh, twist.